Hello guys, I'm Jasmeet and welcome to Blogging Unplugged. In this video, we are going to discuss what's coming in WordPress 6.3. WordPress 6.3 is slated to be released on 8th of August and it is packed with features. This update will mark the end of Gutenberg phase 2 and there are quite a few new features and improvements that you will come across. Now I'm not going to get into the details in the intro, and what I'm going to tell you is you will find timestamps to every topic covered in the description box below, along with the article that we have done on this topic. Now remember, some of the improvements that we have discussed in this topic in this video basically might not make it to the final release, right? Because we have tested the beta version, so keep that in mind. Okay, and with that said, make sure you follow us on different social media platforms, and if you find the video helpful, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notification bell. Hello guys, and welcome to the screen capture of this video. As you can see, we have two tabs opened in the browser. The first one is for the WordPress 6.3 beta, which is this one, and the second one is for the WordPress 6.2, which is this one. Although it says beta, but it has the latest version of WordPress installed, which is the 6.2.2. Now we will be using these for the comparison purposes wherever required. Now the first change that we are going to discuss in this video is for the block themes, and in this a live preview button has been added to it, or a preview button has been added to it. Now if you have been following the development of WordPress, then you must be familiar with the fact that the preview button was missing from the block themes when installed. Now to see this, what we are going to do is we're going to head over to WordPress 6.2, click appearance right here, and then themes. And you can see we have two block themes installed right here. One of them is active, which is the 2023, and the 2022 is not active, but the live preview button is missing. Right? You can see there is no live preview button. Now we are going to head over to WordPress 6.3, again appearances and themes right here. And you can see same themes are installed, but the live preview button is right here. Again, you can see the preview button is missing, the live preview button is missing, and this button has been added. Now when you will click this button, it will show you a preview of the 2022 theme in the site editor. You can see it is generating the preview, right? You can see the theme is right here. Now to activate, all you have to do is just click this button right here. So this is the first change that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now after the live preview, the next set of changes that we are going to discuss have been released for the site editor, and in this, the first change that we are going to talk about is for the browse mode. Now in the browse mode, its navigation has been improved, where quite a few new changes have been introduced. Now to see this, what we are going to do is we are going to head over to WordPress 6.2 beta first. Go to appearance and click this editor button right here. We'll be opening this in a new tab. This is the site editor in the block themes. Okay, so let's just open this, and as soon as you will open it, it will show you a bunch of options on the sidebar. Now this is basically the browse mode. Okay, now you see the templates, and the templates part template parts is right here. Along with this, if you have a navigation or a website, that will be displayed here as well. Okay, so this is the basic structure of the browse mode that was before WordPress 6.3 beta. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.3 beta, and let's head over to the editor, move it right here, and you can see there are quite a few new options that you will come across. So the first one is the navigation. Now remember, if you have a navigation here, you will get the navigation option here as well. So that is not a new option. It's just that the navigation is missing from this site or this setup right here. Okay, then the next one is the styles. Now this is a new option that has been introduced. Again, the pages, now templates and the patterns, right? So you can see the templates and the templates parts was there, but here patterns is the new option, pages and the styles. So three new options have been introduced: styles, pages and patterns. And you can see those options are missing from here. Again, navigation would have been here if this site would have had navigation. Okay, so if there would have been a navigation, you would see the navigation option right here, but that is missing, and that is why there is no navigation drill down that you see here. Again, the option styles pages, and patterns is the new option that has been added, and you can see those are missing from the version of WordPress before WordPress 6.3 beta. Now this is basically the first change that will come across in the browse mode in the site editor. Now we'll take a look at all of these new options one by one. Now the first option that you will come across in the browse mode navigation is the styles, which is right here, and on clicking the styles option you will see a bunch of style variations that your theme, or basically the 2023 theme, comes with. Now before we implement any of these style options or the style variations, let's just head over to WordPress 6.2 first and see from where does the style settings come from. Now if you have been following the development of WordPress with us, then you must be familiar with the fact that 2023 theme comes with at least 10 style variations, and you could only access them by clicking the style settings right here in the site editor, and then head over to the browse style option right here, and then you can select any of these options right here. So for example, let's just select this blue one right here, and then you can click save changes, and the style variation will be applied instantly. Now another option has been introduced in WordPress 6.3 beta, and that is through the browse mode that you see right here. So what you need to do is you just have to select the style variation that you want to implement, and then click save changes right here. That's it. Okay, so if you are in the editor, then what you can do is you can visit the style settings again and the browse styles, and you will see all of the variations. However, if you are in the browse mode and you are making changes through the browse mode, or you have just entered the site editor, then you can simply click styles right here and it will show you all of these style variations. You can just simply make changes instantly without going through so many settings, right? So this is basically the first option that you will come across, and that is the style variations in the style tab in the browse mode. Now the next thing that you need to know here is that when you will click this pencil icon right here, you can see this pencil icon right here. It says edit styles, and on clicking this option, it will open the style settings in the site editor. It will directly take you to the style settings. So this is the next new option that you need to know. Now the third one is this one. This is the style book option. Okay. Now on clicking this option, it will open the style book. Now remember, this option comes from here, right? You can see. So again, with these changes, WordPress is making things easier for you to access basically, right? So if you are willing to make changes to the style settings, then you do not have to, click the canvas right here and then click the style settings right here and then make the changes. All you have to do is just click this styles tab in the browse mode, and then make changes through the style variations. If you want to select a variation, you can do that. If you want to make changes, if you want to basically visit the style settings, then you can simply click this pencil icon right here. If you want to open the style book, then you can click this option right here. So this is the new styles option in the browse mode navigation that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now moving on from the styles, the next new option that you will come across in the browse mode navigation is the pages or the page list. Now as the name suggests, this option contains a list of recently edited or recently updated 10 pages on your site. So let's just click this option, and you can see we right now only have 4 pages, so it is displaying those 4 pages here as a list. Now you can see there is an option that I could click this as well. So let's just click this sample page right here, and it will show you all of the details about it. So for example, its status is published, the slug is sample page, the template it is using is of the pages, the word is 155, and time to read is less than a minute, along with the last modified date is 25 days ago. You can see one of the changes have been made, and that is displayed right here. Now just like the styles, there are 2 options right here. So let's just first click this option right here, which says the actions. On clicking this, it will show you the option to delete this page. So you can easily delete this page just by clicking the ellipsis menu right here, this option actions right here, and it will delete it. Now, as this option is the pencil one, this is most likely for the editing, and let's just hover our button and it says edit. Now you can click this option and it will allow you to edit this page here in the site editor only. So you can see I can make changes to it. So for example, if I want to add something to this is a new page, or let's just make it a new line. Yeah, so this is a new paragraph. This is a new paragraph on the sample page, right? And you can just simply go here and save changes, right? And the changes are instantly saved. So this is the new pages option that you will come across in the browse mode in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now, while we are on the topic of editing and deleting pages, there is a new feature that has been introduced in WordPress 6.3 beta that you should know about, and that feature is known as content editing. Now, when it comes to content editing, adding new pages and posts, editing pages and posts, and deleting pages and posts are a part of it. Now, you are familiar with editing pages using the site editor. I have briefly shown you. I have shown you the option to delete the page as well. Now let's take a look at the option to add new pages. Now for that, what you need to do is let's just go back, and it shows us the page list right here. Now to add a new page, you see the option right here. This is the plus icon that you see, and on clicking this icon, it will show you this sort of a model where you will be able to add the name of the page. So you can see draft a new page option is right here, and you will have to enter the title here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just type in new page for demo, so that we know that we are creating this page for the demo. And let's just click create draft right here, and it will create a new demo page for us. You can see the title is right here, and then we can add any block here. So for example, if I want to add an image block right here, I can add an image block. Now it's not allowing me to do anything. And yes, and now I can add a heading blocker right here. This is a heading on the demo page, and let's just add this is a new paragraph. Again, an image block. Not here, we are not adding any images as of now. Let's just go to another block and type in another heading. This is a second heading on the demo page, and add a new paragraph. This is a second paragraph. So you get the point that you can basically use any sort of any of the blocks on through the site editor as well, and create pages for yourself, create the layout that you want to create the kind of page that you want to create. So basically that is what is the idea of me showing you this feature is. Now to save the changes, all you have to do is click save right here, and the changes will be saved. Okay, now remember there are other ways to add pages using the site editor as well, and that is by clicking this button right here, clicking this search bar right here. I can click this and I can type in page, and you can see the option to add a new page is right here. Okay, it will show you additional pages as well that we have created or that we have listed as drafts as well, and you can view them and edit them as well. So this is again a new feature that that is categorized in the content editing feature as well. Okay, now when it comes to adding posts, you can simply type in posts right here and it will show you the option to add a post, right? Now let's go back, click this icon here, and you see the search icon. Click this and type in pages. Basically the option to add a new page is right here as well. Go back, click this option again, type in post, and you get the option to add a new post here as well. Now as far as the page that we have created right now, which is this one, status is draft, the slug is new page for demo, pages, words, and time to read is less than a minute, right? So this is basically the new content editing feature. A very brief first look at the new content editing feature that has been introduced in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now I will be using this feature in future. I'll be testing this feature out because WordPress has been pushing the site editor quite hard. Right, so we need to learn the new features that that WordPress is basically introducing just to keep ourselves in the environment. Okay, so I request that you also give these features a try. Get familiarized with them as soon as possible, so that you know what you are doing once these changes are implemented, or in case you want to someday have to move to site editor or block basically to the block based themes, then you know exactly where to go for what settings and what you are doing exactly. You will be familiar with everything from day one, and you do not have to struggle with learning all of going through basically that huge learning curve again, right? So make sure you test these features out, check these features out for yourself, and get yourself used to them as soon as possible. Now moving on from the content editing, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the addition of dynamic templates in the page list. Now to see this change, what we are going to do is we're going to click this back button right here, and you can see the dynamic templates are right here. The pages, the page 404, and the search results. Now after seeing this, some of you must be thinking that 404 is a page, search result is search result leads to a page. So why these aren't pages and have been listed as the dynamic templates? Now the answer to this question is really simple, and that is the confusion that pages and templates have, right? So pages have a specific template for them, and that is the pages, right? You can create a custom template for a page, and that is a different thing. However, 404 template is for the 404 page, and that is dynamically generated, right? Recently a user came up to me, and there was a message from them, and they were asking me about 404 page of their website, and they were like, I cannot see the 404 page. Where is the 404 page? That is not listed on the pages on the page list on your site. And that is absolutely true, because that page is automatically generated. It is a template that is in the backend, and when a user visits a broken URL or a URL that does not exist, then that template is is basically shown to them, right? And that is what WordPress is trying to do here as well. There are archive pages that are automatically generated. Yes, you can customize them in quite a lot of themes, but these pages are automatically generated, and that is what is the differentiation that WordPress is trying to create here and solve the confusion for the user, that pages are pages and dynamic templates are dynamic templates. Yes, you can make changes to them, and how you can make changes to them is by simply clicking them, and it will open them in the editor, and now you can make changes to them, right? You can create a custom template for a 404 page of your site, and that page will automatically show these changes, right? So for example, if you want to make changes to the search results page, so what you can do right here is, let's just go back, click this pages right here, and you can see this search results page. You can just simply click this page and make changes to the layout as per your requirements at then, and whenever somebody will search for something, this is the template that will be shown to them, and that is the customized that is the newly customized search results template, right? So this is the confusion that WordPress is trying to solve. I hope I am making sense here. In case you have any doubts, just feel free to comment down below, because quite a lot of times I've seen even my friends don't reach out because they think some of the smaller problems are not so big. I mean, it's foolish to ask smaller problems, but no, that is not the case. We are here to learn. I am here to learn from you, and we can only learn until and unless we ask questions, right? So asking questions is important. No question is big or small, and I am here to answer your questions if you are learning something new. If you are learning and you're getting to know WordPress better, and you are getting independent in this field. So that is what is the purpose of creating this video, is to spread education as well and make people comfortable in using WordPress. So you get the idea about why me stressing on people asking questions, right? So ask questions, even if it is too small. No question is too small, just ask and we'll answer. And remember, no question is too stupid as well, right? You can ask any question because that is your doubt and that needs to be cleared, right? So you will find a no judgment zone. Let me be very, very clear about it. In case you do not want to ask questions on a public forum, just email me, right? And I will answer it to you personally. So make sure, if you have any queries, comment down below. My site is listed in the description box below. You can email me as well using the form. Okay, so make sure so this is what is the idea behind this change, and that is to differentiate between the pages and the templates. What are dynamic templates and the templates being used for pages, and to show a difference between the pages that you create and are automatically generated by WordPress as well. So this is basically the idea behind this change, and you can see again the dynamic templates are listed below the page list right here, right? And on the top half you have all of the pages that you have created or that recently have been that have been updated or edited, right? So this is the next change that you will come across. Now, while we are on the page list, there is another change that you must have noticed, and that is the different icons for these two pages that are right on top here, and the other pages that you see right below them, right? You see, the sample page has a different icon, the latest post page has a separate icon, and the other pages that we have created have a separate icon, right? You can see all of these have the same icon while these two have the different icons. Now in WordPress 6.3, to further remove the confusion in between pages, what WordPress has done is they have introduced two new icons. One that looks like the home, or that is the home icon, and that is used for the home page. So currently the sample page is the home page. Let me show you. Let's head over to pages right here. And you can see the sample page is the front page, right? And that is why the home icon, and the latest post page is the page that we have created to display the archives, hence the loop icon. And you can see right here the latest post page is the post page, right? And hence it displays the icon. Now these icons basically represent the purpose of the page that we have created. So the home page has the home icon again, and the latest post page, the post that displays the page that displays all of the posts, has the loop icon, right? You get the point. Now, after seeing all this, some of you must be thinking, what happens if the home page has to display all of the latest posts, right? If we have set homepage to display all of the latest posts, then what happens to this icon, right? Now to see this change, what we are going to do is we are going to head over to the settings right here, and then we are going to go to reading. And in the reading, what we are going to do is we are going to set the home page to display latest post, and then we are going to save the changes right here. In the next step, what we are going to do is we are going to refresh this page right here and let it load pages, and you can see the home page now displays the latest post, but it still has this icon right here that says that is the home icon. So it clearly displays the home icon for you, right? It clearly shows you that this is the home page, and rest all of the pages have the same icon. The loop icon is gone, right? Now what happens when we click this page? Let's just click this page and see, and it shows you the settings to display the number of page, which is right here, and if you want the comments to be allowed or not, and then there is an option which is right here. You can click this option and it will allow you to edit the template, right? It will allow you to make changes to this template and customize it as per your requirements. So you get the point now, right? And the point is, if you have a custom home page, custom page being displayed as the home page, if you are using a custom page as the home page, then the icon will be the home. If there is a page, if there is a custom page that you are using to display the latest post, then that will have the loop icon. Now if you have your home page to display the latest post, then that will have this blog then it will have this home icon right here, and the settings will change consecutively as well as a result of it as well, right? So you can see, and in case you want to make changes to the templates, you can just simply click this icon right here. Okay, so this is basically the change for you. This change has also been introduced to remove the confusion in between the regular pages and the home page and the latest post page, so that you exactly know the purpose of each and every page that you have on your site. Okay, again, in case you have any queries, feel free to comment down below. Now after the pages, the next menu item that you will come across in the browse mode navigation is the templates that you see right here, and there are two main changes that we are going to discuss in this video. And the first one is the updated descriptions. Now to see this change, let's head over to WordPress 6.2. Click this templates option right here, then manage all templates, and you can see all of the templates are listed right here. The name of the template is right here and the description is right here. Now this description basically describes the purpose of the template to the user, right? Now some of these descriptions have been updated in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now to see this change, let's head over to WordPress 6.3 beta, which is this one. Click templates right here, manage all templates right here, and you can see all of the templates are listed right here. Now some of the descriptions have been updated, right? So you can see blog home right here, and you can see blog home right here. You can see the description has been updated. Yeah, this one, right? And you can see. So similarly, you can go through all of these descriptions. Some of these have been updated to clearly define the purpose of the template. So for example, another thing that you will come across here is that you can see 404 is right here, and now it clearly defines that this template is attached to the page 404, as this is a dynamic template, just to remove the confusion that we were talking about in the previous section, right? So you can see this is another change. For this is kind of like, basically WordPress here is trying to clearly describe the purpose of the templates to the user, just to make things easier for them, right? That is why and the new icons have been introduced. That is why the descriptions are being updated. That is why dynamic templates and pages are on the same basically there is a page list, and then there is a list, and then there are dynamic templates that are attached to the pages that are automatically generated by WordPress. Okay, you can always customize those pages, as we have discussed, right? So this is just for the purpose of making things easier for the user, right? Making them understand clearly what exactly is the purpose of the template. That exactly is the purpose here, right? So this is the first change that you will come across. Now the next change that has been introduced for templates in WordPress 6.3 beta is the use of patterns as starters for templates. Now, if you have been following the development of full site editing, then you must be familiar with the fact that WordPress has been trying to prioritize patterns to make the creation process easier and quicker, right? There are quite a few features that have been released in previous versions of WordPress, and in this version of, and in WordPress 6.3 beta, basically what they have done is, when you will add a new template, a modal will appear that will show you related patterns, and then you can select that pattern and speed up the creation process. Now you can make changes to the patterns as per your requirement, right? That is always an option, that you can make changes to it, customize it as per your requirements, and then save changes. Now to see this change, let's just add a new template first. For that, let's just click this add new button right here, and let's just add a tag archive, right? And as soon as you will add the tag archive, you can see this modal appears right here, and it displays a related pattern. Now what you can do is, it clearly says here choose a pattern. You can always skip this option as well and create your own custom one, but for the purpose of this video and understanding this feature, let's just select this pattern right here. And when we will select this pattern, it will automatically insert this pattern onto the canvas right here. Now you can make changes to it as per your requirements, right? So you can click this and make changes. You can select any of these blocks and make changes as per your requirement. Now understand this thing, this change has been made to simplify the creation process and make it even more quicker, right? That is why WordPress has been prioritizing patterns, and you will most likely see this feature in WordPress 6.3, right? So this is the new feature that has been introduced for templates, which is known as the patterns as starters for templates. Now, while we are on the topic of patterns, the next change that you will come across is for the reusable blocks. And in WordPress 6.3, the reusable blocks have been renamed to synced patterns, and a new option has been added to it. Now to see this change, let's head over to WordPress 6.2 beta right here. Click this ellipsis menu right here, and you can see create reusable block option is right here. Similarly, in WordPress 6.3 beta, let's just select this block right here, and you can see create pattern / reusable block option is right here. Now when I will click this create reusable block option in WordPress 6.2 beta, what it shows me is the option to add a name, and then click save, and the reusable block will be created. As simple as that. But this has changed in WordPress 6.3 beta, and when I will click this option right here, it will show me an additional option that is synced. Right now, as I was mentioning before, that WordPress has been prioritizing patterns over everything, right? WordPress has been prioritizing patterns, adding features all around it. This is another feature that allows you to basically create patterns. Now reusable blocks have been renamed to synced patterns. Now what exactly does that mean? Now synced patterns exactly works as the same way as the reusable blocks, where if you have made a change, that change will be pushed out to each and every place where that reusable blocks, which is now known as synced patterns, has been used, right? But if you unsync that, then you can use that you can basically use that reusable block or the pattern that you have created anywhere and can make changes to it, right? Let me simplify that once more for you. Now for example, you create a reusable block and you insert it to a few pages on your site. Now you want to make change to it, right? Then what you had to do was, you had to basically replicate that, right? You had to duplicate that pattern and then make changes. You cannot use reusable block in that context over there, because as soon as you will make changes, the change will be pushed out to each and every place where this reusable block has been used, right? Now to make things easier for you, what WordPress has done is, WordPress has given you the option to mark a reusable block as synced or unsynced, right? If it is unsynced, it is known as patterns. Now if it is synced, it is known as a synced pattern. Right. Now, what exactly is a synced pattern? Synced pattern works exactly like a reusable block, where if you will make change to it, the change will be reflected across everywhere it is reused. But if it is just a pattern, then you can customize it as per your requirement. So that gives you the freedom to create, patterns that can be inserted anywhere, and you can basically customize them as per your requirement, unlike before where reusable blocks cannot be customized and you had to duplicate it and then again make changes to the block or to the reusable block and then use them, right? So this is the change that you will come across. Now in case you want to make this pattern as synced, then you will click this and it will turn it into a reusable block. It will function like a reusable block. In case you just want to use it as a pattern, then you have to disable this option or keep it as default and then add a name right here. That is the only change. Okay, now in case you are confused about this, because I think some people will be, then a simple way to understand this would be, because I want this to be really clear with you. You can always ask me questions in the in the comment section. I will reply. That is always an option, but just to make things more clearer, now you can use blocks as patterns basically, right? You can use a cluster of blocks or single blocks as patterns using this option, right? WordPress gives you this option to understand it in layman terms. If you want to create patterns using the WordPress block editor or the default WordPress editor, whatever you can call it, okay, then this is the option for you. Now if you want to create a reusable block, then all you have to do is click this option right here. This will create a synced pattern which will exactly work like a reusable block. But if this is unsynced, then it will work as a pattern. Okay, I hope things are clear now. In case not, then again comment down below. I will always help. I will always reply, right? So this is the change that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 for the reusable blocks, only. Okay, so this is the change. Now moving on from the patterns and templates, the next improvement that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta is the addition of distraction free mode in the site editor. Now this mode was first introduced in the default WordPress editor, the block editor that you use to create pages and posts in WordPress 6.2. So this mode was first introduced there, and now it has been added to the site editor. Now to see this option, what we are going to do is we are going to head over to WordPress 6.2 first and click this main ellipsis menu, which is right here. You can click this option and you can see the distraction free mode is missing from here, right? Now let's head over to WordPress 6.3 beta. Click this ellipsis menu right here, and the distraction free mode is right here. On enabling this mode, it will get rid of everything unnecessary that you see. The sidebar is gone. The top toolbar is gone. It will only be visible when you will hover your cursor towards the top. Now this gives you an option to create your pages and posts without any distraction. So basically you have the complete canvas right in front of you. There are no sidebars, there are no top bars, and basically you can focus on creating your pages. So this is the distraction free mode. For you to disable this option, all you have to do is move your cursor towards the top. The toolbar will appear. Click this option right here and disable the distraction free mode, and everything will appear back again. So this is the distraction free mode in WordPress 6.3 beta in the site editor. Now moving on from the distraction free mode, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the introduction of another new feature known as revisions in the global style settings in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now if you have been creating pages and posts using the WordPress editor, then you must be familiar with the fact that as soon as you make changes, or if you are creating a new document, then when you hit that save button, then a revision tab or a revision option appears in the sidebar of the WordPress editor, and using these revisions you can easily restore a previous version of a document if required. Now these revisions have been added to the site editor in the global style settings, and to see this change, what we are going to do is we are going to click this styles option right here. It opens the style menu, and then you can see this option appear right here. On clicking this option, it will show you the revision history and reset to default. Okay, on clicking this revision history, it will show you all of the changes that we have made, right? So you can see I have been testing this over and over and again, right? And who has made these changes? This is me. You can see my image right here, right? So in case I want to restore this version, then all I have to do is click this option right here and then click apply and discard unsafe changes and then click apply. And that's it. You can see how easily you can apply, use revisions and restore previous version of the document, or basically in this case the previous style settings that were working for me. So now this makes it easier for you, for in case if you have made any, if you have made any style related changes and you are currently not finding them suitable, then you can simply go to your style settings, click revisions right here and go to revisions history and then restore as per your requirement, just like I am doing. I'll click this option and click apply and then discard unsafe changes, and it will straight up restore the previous version for me, right? Now remember one thing, if you have the original version of the document, then it will not show you the revision history because that is not counted as a revision, right? The next thing that you will have to know here is that currently the limit of revisions is set to 100 by the controller. So you will only see a list of 100 revisions as of now, but I think so that limit is way too much, right? So keep this in mind. These are the two things that I want you to know. So this is basically the revisions for you in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now, while we are in the global style settings, the next improvement that you are going to come across in WordPress 6.3 beta is the introduction of global style settings for captions. Now to see this change, what we are going to do is we are going to head over to WordPress 6.2 first, which is right here. Click this typography option right here and you will see the captions is missing from this list. Similarly, under the colors, you will see the captions option is missing. Now let's head over to WordPress 6.3 beta. Click the typography option right here and you can see the captions option is here. On clicking this option, it will allow you to set or change the typography settings for the captions. Now these are the image captions basically, right? So you can change or set the typography globally from here. Similarly, let's head over to colors and you can see the captions option is right here. Click this option and you will be able to set colors globally as well. Now using these options, you will be able to style captions for your images globally basically, right? So this is the global styles for captions in WordPress 6.3 beta for you. Now after the captions, the next improvement that you will come across in global style settings is the introduction of the Duotone filter in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now the Duotone filter has been introduced for blocks that primarily use images as the media source. So these blocks are image, cover, post featured image and more. You understand, you get the point that blocks that basically use images as their source, now you will be able to set Duotone filter on them globally. Now to see this change, what we are going to do is we are going to head over to WordPress 6.2 first. Click the blocks option right here under the global style settings. Now you have to remember that under the global style settings, you'll have to select blocks right here, and this is WordPress 6.2 right now, and click image right here and you will see the Duotone option is missing, right? Now let's head over to WordPress 6.3 beta. We are in the global style settings. Click blocks, click image, and you will see under the filters, you will see the Duotone option, and now you will be able to set the Duotone filter globally. So basically, you will have to select one of the filters right here. So for example, if I will select this, I could select this, and then I will just have to click this save button, and the changes will be reflected throughout my website, right? This is a global change. So remember that before you make any change, setting this duotone filter will set this exact filter throughout your site. It is a global change. So please keep this thing in mind. This is not just for one image. This is for the entire website. So keep this thing in mind, and this is the change for you. Now moving on from the style settings, the next new feature that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta is known as the command tool. Okay, we have previously touched on this feature in this video where I showed you that you can add and view or edit pages using this search box right here on top. Now that was just for pages and posts, but keep in mind, using this feature you will be able to view template paths. You will be able to create them, edit them, view them as well. Right now you can see the shortcut right here. This is the shortcut to open the new command tool that has been introduced in WordPress 6.3 beta, right? So let me just press this Control K. Now remember, for Mac users it is Command K. So you can see a search box open here. Now what I can do here is I can type in page, and you can see it shows me all of the pages that I have created, right? New page for demo, new page, sample page, and you can see the template is right here, the dynamic template that we discussed before. The template for the pages is here as well. You can add a new page as well. Now what we can do here is we can type in post as well, and you can see the latest post, right? This is the page. This is the template part. You can open the keyboard shortcuts, add a new post, open style revisions as well, open styles and style variations. Right now I can type in header as well. Let's just type in header, and you can see it shows you the template part, right? And when I will click this, it will open the template part, and then I'll be able to edit it as well. So I can simply type in 404 as well, and it clearly shows me the template. So this is the new command tool, and using it basically you can easily add new pages, view pages, templates, template paths. This is the basically this is a you can call this command tool as a finder. So if you're looking for something quickly, then you can use this tool in the site editor and easily go on and edit it, view it, or publish it, or create something new, right? So you get the point. So this is basically the new command tool for you in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now after the command tool, the next topic that we are going to discuss is the addition of new blocks in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now there are two new blocks that have been introduced. The first one is the details that we are going to discuss. It is a block, basically it is the details block, and the second one is the footnotes. So let's just start off with the details block, and then we'll talk about the footnotes. Now details block is an experimental block that has been released in WordPress 6.3 beta, and it kind of works like an accordion. Okay, so what happens in this block is there are two parts to this block where there is a summary and then there is a hidden text. Okay, so to view the hidden text or the hidden description, what user has to do is the user will have to click the summary. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. So to add the details block, what you will have to do is you will have to just type in details right here, and you can see there are two parts to it. The first one is the summary, and the second one is type to add a hidden block. So the hidden block is basically the hidden content that you are going to type in here, or it could be an image or whatever, right? Even here you can see the details block has two parts to it, right? There is this paragraph block that is hidden, right? So let's just type in summary here, and let's just type in this is the hidden part of the details block, and let's just click update right here and go on and preview. So you can see our summary is displayed right here, and when the user is ready, basically the content is hidden behind this summary right here, and when I will click this, it will show me the summary right below it. So this is basically the details block for you. It will only serve the content when the user is ready to receive it. So for that, the user will have to click this arrow option right here to, unhide the content or hide the content, right? So this is the new details block for you. This is the first block that has been introduced in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now the next new block that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta is the footnote, and using it you will be able to add footnotes easily on your website. Now in case you are not familiar with footnotes, then I will recommend you visit Wikipedia, and while searching on the Wikipedia you will find certain phrases or words have numbers right on top of them. When you will click those numbers, it will take you to the bottom where it will reference to a link, and that link will contain more information about that particular topic, or basically it is a citation from where that information is fetched from. Right now, the footnote block in WordPress is not a typical block that you will be able to add using the block inserter, which means to add it, what you will have to do is you will have to select a phrase. So for example, I am going to select this text right here, right? You can see I've selected this text right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this drop down right here that says more, and you will see footnote. Now I can click this option and it will give me this one written right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in just simply this is a footnote, right? And I will be able to link it to a source. You can see I will be able to link it to a source. I can bold and italicize it, right? So this is basically the footnotes block for you and how it looks in the front end. So what I'm going to do is let's just do a preview. And you can see this is the footnote that comes right here. And this is the text. So you can click and it will take you to this footnote, right? You can click and it will take you to this footnote right here. So this is the new footnotes block, not footnotes, footnote block for you in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now moving on from the new blocks, the next improvement that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta has been introduced for the image block, and in this the aspect ratio controls have been added to it. Now to show you this change, what I've done here is I have added this image right here in WordPress 6.3 beta, and I've added an image in WordPress 6.2 as well that you can see right here. Now when I will select this image right here, it will show me all of these settings, right? And you can clearly see there are no aspect ratio controls. You can see image size, image dimensions, and all of these things right here. And under the style settings, you can see the styles, the borders, the radius, but there are no aspect ratio controls, right? There are no aspect ratio controls. And let's head over to WordPress 6.3 beta. Select this image right here, and you can see the aspect ratio controls are right here. So I can click this drop down right here, and you will see all of the options. So the first one is the original, the second one is the square, standard, portrait, classic, classic, portrait, wide, and tall. Again, let's head over to WordPress 6.2, and you can see missing and missing, right? So these are the new aspect ratio controls, and using it you will be able to easily manage the aspect ratio of your images in WordPress. Now after the image block, the next improvement that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta has been introduced for the cover block. Now there are two main changes that we are going to discuss in this video, and the first one is the addition of the color support for text. Now if you have been using the cover block, then you must be familiar with the fact that if you want to change the text color, then you will have to select each and every text block, and then you will have to change its color. Now let me show you what I'm talking about, then we'll go further with the change. Now let's head over to WordPress 6.2, and you can see this is the text that I have added, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another text. This is another paragraph, right? Now if I want to make them both of the same color, then what I will have to do here is that I will have to first select this paragraph block, right? Go to text and change. But this change doesn't reflect here, and I want this color to be exactly the same as this one as well. Now what I will have to do is I will have to go back here, select this block and make changes to it, right? Tedious process. And there is no option available that will allow you to change both of its color, right? Both of these blocks is color to the same, text color to the same. There is no option available as of now. Now in WordPress 6.3 beta, this has changed and this option has been introduced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another text. This is another text, another paragraph. And now what I am going to do is I am going to select this whole cover block. I'm not going to select these blocks individually, right? I am selecting this whole cover block, and let's head over to styles right here, and you will see a new option, text, right? Now I can do whatever I want to do. I can make them blue, right? Or I can make them orange, and you can see how it changes instantly, right? So this is the new option that has been introduced, and it is missing from here. You can see I have selected the cover block right here, and what I'm going to do is, and you can see under the styles there is just one option available, overlay, and here you will see text as well. Now what happens if I want to change the color of this paragraph? Then I can go simply select this block right here and go to text and change its color, and it allows me to do that. So this is basically the first change that you will come across where the support for text color has been added. Now the next improvement that you will come across in the cover block is the addition of a new layout option, and using this option you will be able to specify the content width. Now to show you this option, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this cover block right here, and you can see this layout option right here. Now this option comes disabled by default. Okay, and let's head over to WordPress 6.2 as well. Select the, you can see the cover block is selected. Let's head over to the settings. You can see there is no layout option. Okay, now when I was talking about this option comes disabled by default, and if you want to set the custom width of the inner elements, then what you will have to do is you will have to select this option. You'll have to turn this toggle on, and it will show you two options, the content and the wide. Then you can read right here, it clearly lets you know that you can customize the width of all elements that are either set to center or wide, right? So this is the option for center and this is the option for wide, right? So you can see right here, now you will be able to customize the, or set the custom width for the elements inside of the cover block as per your requirements using this option. Now after the cover block, the next improvement that you will come across has been introduced for the padding and margin controls in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now to show you this change, what we are going to do is we are going to head over to WordPress 6.2 first, select this block right here, head over to dimensions and select padding. Now this is the first thing that you see when you select the padding controls. This is initially how the control appears. Now remember, the margin controls looks exactly the same way. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.3 beta, and these controls, basically the UI of the controls have changed in WordPress 6.3 beta, and now I am going to add padding. And you can see now there are two options. It has been axially split. The top and bottom and right and left are right here. However, here it was for all of these sides. Now if you want to set the top and bottom margin only, then you can do it using this option right here. Now what happens if I had to select, if I only want to add the padding to the top? Now in WordPress 6.2, what you had to do was you had to unlink all sides, and then it will show you this, whole host of options, top, right, bottom and left. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.3, and now there is this menu option right here that you can click. Select the top if you want to add padding to the top. If you want to add only the padding to the right, then select the right, bottom and left. For the custom option, you have the option, right? Then you get all of the controls right here. Okay, so this is the change that you will come across. Similarly for the margins, let's just hide the padding option and select the margin option. So you see Initially it looks exactly the same way, and let's just unlink all sides, and you see the top, right, bottom and left margins right here. And let's head over to the padding right here, deselect this padding and select this margin. The initial looks exactly the same way, right? It has been split axially, and then there is this menu that allows you to select top, right, bottom and left, and custom, right? So this is the improvement that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta for the padding and the margin controls. Now moving on from the padding and margin controls, the next improvement that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta has been introduced for the top toolbar. And in this, the parent block selector controls have been added to it. Now to show you this change, what I have done here is I have added a text and an image block right here, and I have had and basically these are both inside of a group block, right? Similarly, what I've done here in WordPress 6.2 is that you can see both of the text and the image block exactly the same layout inside of a group block. So group block is the parent block, and the inner blocks are the text and the image, or the paragraph and the image, right? Now in the next step, what we are going to do is we are going to activate the top toolbar, and for that you click this ellipsis menu right here and select this top toolbar option. On selecting this top toolbar option, you can see a bar appear right here, right? A bar appears right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this image block right here, and you can see it only displays the image, right? It only displays the image. It does not give you the option, or it does not tells you if this belongs to a parent block, right? So this is very confusing for the users until and unless you click this document overview or the list view, and then it tells you that it is a part of a group block. So this can be really confusing, and until and unless you do not select this group block, it does not show you the parent selector right here. You can see for right now it is showing you the parent selector because I did select the group block from the list view, but when I will select this text block, you wouldn't know, right? You wouldn't know that if this is a part of a group block. Now this has changed in WordPress 6.3 beta, and this is a group block that you see right here. This is a part of a group block, so the text and the image are a part of the group block, just like before in WordPress 6.2, right? The setup that we had created. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable this top toolbar, and let's just select this image, and you can see it shows you the group block option right here. This is the parent selector, and when I will click this option, it will select the whole group block. Similarly, text, you see it is a part of the group block. Select, and it will select the complete group block. So this is the change for the top toolbar that you will come across in WordPress 6.3 beta. Now this concludes our video on WordPress 6.3 beta. Now in case you have any queries related to any of the topics that we have covered in this video, feel free to comment down below and I will try and help. Also, if you found the video helpful, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. Also, make sure you follow us on other platforms as well. It helps out a lot. Thank you very much. Again, in case you have any queries, feel free to reach out. Now, I hope you will find this video helpful and are now familiar with what's coming in WordPress 6.3. Now, if you did, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. In case you have any queries, feel free to comment down below. Also, I have left the link to the article that we have done on WordPress 6.3 beta in the description box below, along with the links to our socials. Feel free to follow us on other platforms as well. It helps out a lot. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.